In question 8, we're showing the equation of a line L, which is 3x plus 4y equals 12. It cuts at the x-axis here, at A, and the y-axis at B, and the points F. Find the coordinates of A, B, and M. Okay, well the coordinates of A are going to be at the point where y equals 0, because on the x-axis y is 0. So if we go 3x plus 4 lots of 0 equals 12, well 4 lots of 0 is just 0, so 3x equals 12, so x is going to be 12 divided by 3, which is going to be 4. So here, I know that I'm 4 across, and because it's the intercepting the x-axis, the y value is 0, so A is at 4 and 0. Then for the B coordinate, this one here, if I'm on the y-axis, then the x coordinate is 0, because I'm not to the left of the origin, I'm not to the right of the origin. So the x coordinate is 0. So I know it's going to start with a 0. How do I find the y coordinate? I substitute 0 in for x in the equation. So here I'm going to get 3 times 0, which is going to just go to 0, plus 4y equals 12. So y is equal to 4 divided by 12 divided by 4, which is 3. Okay. How do you find M? M is the midpoint of AB. So if we just look at these coordinates here, the middle of 4 and 0 is going to be 2. In the middle of 0 and 3, well, if you think about a number line, 0, 1, 2, 3, then we're going to get 0 and 3, 2 and 1, and halfway is going to be halfway between 1 and 2, so you could write that as 1 and a half, or 1.5, or 3 divided by 2, same thing. Part B says find the equation of the line which is perpendicular to L and passes through the origin. Well, what do we know about perpendicular lines? Perpendicular lines, their gradients are negative reciprocals of one another. Well, let's have a look. We need the equation of the line L first. Now the equation was given to us in this form, 3x plus 4y equals 12. But if I'm interested in the gradient, then the gradient can only be read if the equation is in the form y equals. So this would be y equals minus 3x, bringing this over to the other side, plus 12, all divided by 4. So for L, the line L, what would the gradient be? Well, this is the same as saying negative 3x over 4 plus 12 over 4. So the gradient here is the number in front of the x, the coefficient of x. So the gradient would be negative 3 over 4. However, we don't want this line, we want the line which is perpendicular to it. And perpendicular lines, the gradients are negative reciprocals of one another. So if one is minus 3, 4, then this one has got to be 4 over 3, because it's a negative and it's a reciprocal. So we know the equation is going to be y equals 4 over 3x plus b. How do we find the plus b? Well, we need to substitute a point on the line. Now the only point we know on this line is that it goes through the origin. So if it goes through the origin, it means it passes through the point 0, 0. So when y equals 0, 4 over 3 times 0 will give me b. Well, 4 over 3 times 0 is just a 0, and y equals 0. So plus b is just 0. So your equation is going to be y equals 4 over 3, because that's the gradient of the perpendicular, x plus nothing. Just leave it as y equals 4 over 3x.